So we were talking about something, a thing. If you walk in on your shorty, she with another nigga, they getting it popping. What's your next move? Spaces was saying, "What's up, Darlene?" Spaces was saying, it's better to walk out, right? You don't want to risk X, Y, and Z, right? But I'm like, there's no way I'm walking out,
Right.
right? Everybody getting beat up that's there, right?
Her too?
Yeah, everybody, right? Because
Especially her.
in the heat of it, like it is what it is. He ain't the only one guilty, right? You know what I'm saying? So we were just talking through it. Um, and so what they would consider that nowadays, right, is crashing out, right? What Spaces was talking about seemed to make more logical sense, right? But I would also consider his ideology smart. I give it, right? You're not risking yourself, but you also more than I am, right? So it could be smarter, right? But you can never live that down, in my opinion. At the very least, if you scrap with the naked, at least you scrap. But today, right? If I ask the old heads, none of my old G's are gonna say walk out. None of them. I can guarantee it. I call now live. None of them gonna say that. But today, us men, we are likely to have that understanding, and it's accepted, right? But now, when we look at the title, your gender is based on your performance. That's some sassy, right? Just based on an old nigga ideology. You, AKA, you acting like a girl. AKA, you a girl. You see what I'm? You see what I'm like when I just do the math on that small example. Space and I had a dope conversation, but just using it for what we're talking about today, right? Because I understood where he was coming from, right? And I can almost agree. It's dumber to just start wilding, right? But it's also, to me, a little bit more respectable. What's your premise on your gender is based on performance?
Okay, so um I think that weak men, like physical weak men, they make society more susceptible to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like nobody's trying to go in the gym and bench press 450. Sorry to break the news, big guy. But yeah, nobody's waking up in the morning going bench press 450. So, they made it to seem like you're stronger if words don't hurt you. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But men who bench press 450 is like, yeah, I'm gonna break your face. I'm gonna deal with the consequences later. But you going the next time you see that look like me, you gonna be stuttering after I knock all your teeth out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a different stand on business because, like, as I come up, we a man should be willing to kill, die, or go to jail about whatever he believe in. So don't believe in much, but whatever you do believe in, you better be willing to kill, die, or go to jail behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So my premise is on these panels, I see a lot. Even in the earth, I see a lot. A lot of times, if you're not performing in a certain way, somebody will change your entire gender, right? So not necessarily your biology as you're not a female or a male, but what society standards deemed as you're a woman or a man, right? You don't have a baby, you're not a real woman. You argue with women, you're not a real man,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it just seems like now everything is performance based, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with men right now. Because with the feminization of men, because they're still on the feminist movement, but they're not understanding the feminization of them, right? They're getting their nails done. They're at the nail shop. They're metrosexual as hell. You know what I'm saying? And everything that they do to try to reclaim manhood, those are the ones who are being called feminine.
Mm-hmm. The men trying to reclaim manhood are being called feminine.
Yeah, like the ones who stand their ground, right? The number one reason why we'll call them gay or sassy is because they they stand their ground. Like you try to go with them, they'll go back and forth with you and they'll dominate you, right? Which is actually a masculine trait, to be dominant, right? Especially not allowing a woman to dominate them, because now they really think you lost your mind. Like I will knock the strongest nigga family out. Is what's going through their mind. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, when we was young, you know what they used to tell your sisters, go call your brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go call your big brother. Go call your people. So in that way, a lot of times when men are just doing natural things that's regular, raw, rigid, masculine, it's like it can be deemed sassy right now. Yeah. And then with women, it's more dangerous, because men have told us, well, if you're not wearing this type of hair, if you don't look this type of way, you don't weigh this much, if your body is not shaped like this, you're not a real woman, right? So I started to think across the board, what should all women have in common to make us real women, right? Mm-hmm. Because it seems like, okay, you have to have a certain amount of performance to be a woman. Mm. So I was like, okay, well, you can't change my biology. I'll be female, right? I'll be the female. And you can't change my biology. I got the Y. I got the XX, right? You got the Y, I got the XX. I'm tripping. Nah. But the woman thing, it's like if you don't know how to walk in heels, you're not a woman. If you don't have your breasts don't, if you wear oversized 6, you're not a woman. It's like it's so many rules to this, which has empowered other men, your guys, to go get sex changes. And now they literally put on wigs, put on makeup, don't get boobs, don't get BBLs. Wear perfume, smell good, talk in the voice that y'all want us to talk. They picked up all the things y'all said y'all want. This is a real woman. A real woman acts like this. Keyword act. No, a real woman, in my opinion, is a female doing whatever she want to do. Right? But since you feel like you're only a real woman when you act like this has empowered men to put on dresses and act like they're women. And now they're literally getting their birth certificates changed. And they're arguing with us, telling us that we're cisgendered and finding new terms to describe us.
Yo, who fault is that though?
We're not even real women anymore. I'm considered a cis woman.
So why does it look like, right, based on the media, y'all champion that shit the most?
I don't think we champion it the most. I think trans people champion it the most, and y'all. That's y'all. That's the XY.
No. The trans people are doing it, but the women support it.
Some of them do. I don't think some of them don't, because we had a big go back and forth.
Well, it's majority though. Every time we turn around, y'all.
I don't think it's the majority. I think it's the minority, and the minority is loud, and that's what they promote in media.
You sure?
Stop the cap.
Okay.
A lot of women don't want them in our bathrooms or nothing like that, because first of all, you ain't doing nothing but empowering some creepy man to come up in here with a dress on who ain't even that way, but he just feel like I'll go walk in the bathroom now.
I don't know. It maybe you're saying it's loud, right? But when I see it, a lot of the majority of women that I've had a conversation with regarding that, they seemingly support it, right? They don't speak against it at the very least. And so if you're quiet, we assume that you agree. Right?
I don't think we agree, you know what I'm saying? We just we don't it's like
whatever.
We consider them kind of schizophrenic, right? Like some type of schizophrenia where their reality is diluted. It's a mental illness. They just removed it out the book, but for a long time it was a mental illness. So maybe we don't harp on things as heavy that don't really pertain to us, because it's like, if y'all want them type of women.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, anecdotally, I've seen the majority of women champion it, or at the very least be quiet regarding it, and then even more so befriend. and now your gender is in trouble. When women turn men, we don't give a fuck because they can't do nothing that we can do better than we can do it, right? Like in terms of sports and things of that nature. But y'all get y'all whooped in swimming, track, going into your bathroom. You're right. What if that is schizophrenic and then they flip in the bathroom? Now they feeling froggy. What happens then? And if y'all not loud enough against it, we assume y'all for it. Now your gender is performance based. You had a win Woman of the Year
twice, 2 different ones.
twice. That's wait, it happened again? Who's the other one?
There was the black one that won, the one from Orange is the New Black, Laverne, and then Bruce won.
Brittany
said, I ain't getting no pool anyway.
Yo, but show, and then like you said, they can mimic this shit and accepting anything. Now watch this. Now what are women saying? 40% of is gay, something like that. What are they saying? A legend. Last time we talked about that, and now 40%. Men is flipping to be women. If that be true, which is not true, right? But that's what's alleged. Y'all really short because your gender is performance based.
And we aren't performing because you know what they're saying, like we're masculine, right? Women are masculine now. Mm-hmm. So since we're not performing in a feminine way, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can act like a woman better than us, even if they're not a XX.
That's what. Yo, and then when we keep it like, because we talked about the men, but I didn't chime in a lot, right? And then you calling men sassy for being manly, right? Essentially, being aggressive, being argumentative, right? Because being disagreeable, right? To try to feminize them. I had a clip for you. This lady was like, sassy men are more attractive because they're more communicative, right? Nonchalant men are cool because at least they don't push back on you too much. They generally don't care. She's like, I'm not even going to talk about alpha men. They're at the bottom. This is what we doing? Like, this shit is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, alpha men is on my deal breaker list. Y'all the worst.
So, yo, what you mean, though?
Yeah, y'all the worst.
What did you mean?
Y'all controlling. Too controlling.
Are we okay? Are alpha men? Because I don't know where I fit, but are alpha men more manly?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't like that.
I think we don't like the they're just very extreme.
Your daddy is alpha.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, but you gave him his flowers.
I love my daddy.
Yeah, and he steers you accordingly. What? Why would you not want to duplicate that?
Well, I mean, I would want an alpha man if I was going to have kids, but I'm not having kids. Alpha man will raise good kids. But do you know what alpha men raise their daughters to be?
What?
Motherfuckers.
Oh my god! All right.
You know you raising some little. Ain't nobody gonna be able to play with them.
Nah, that's true. But so
he say that that's true.
So wait. But yo, look what this is doing, Rel, though. Gender performance based. The men who perform within a gender are shunned. The men who are considered more manly are unwanted nowadays. Do you think a lot of women feel like you?
No.
You think the majority of women want men who the term toxic would probably be associated with?
Yeah, I think the alphas are slim, but they're definitely a shoo-in. I think that's the turn off for me. That's what it is. Is that they're you know, my dad has 12 baby mamas. I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the because everybody wants the alpha, you're gonna have to share him. And I'm like very not into sharing. So
okay.
So
So it
that would be the reason I don't dislike alpha men because they're not manly. I just don't want to share, and they're usually communal.
okay, but okay. So aside from the communal aspect, what about the other aspects of that man, right? Because we're talking about how gender is being made fluid, right? Like when Brittany 2 weeks ago was telling to be non-binary, right? 15 years ago, we're like, yo, what the fuck is you talking about? But now, like, that's that the fact that that's an option is crazy. To even
You're a
say
cisgender male, though, right?
I don't even know what that is. I'm not
It
nobody.
mean it means you claim the gender you was assigned at birth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. But it just crazy to me though. This is very problematic if we're saying the men who perform and live up to their gender specifications and stereotypes are shunned.
Right now, because society kind of wants men to go in another way. I don't know why they're pushing men to be more weaker.
More weaker is crazy.
And I love Tiff, but let's just talk about it, right? Since it's kind of on a page. But she was kind of like, we should kind of get little boys.
Let me see if she in the chat. Let me see if she wants the link. It's only right.
Tiff, I'm just
you
saying,
want the link.
She was kind of like, let's get little boys kitchen sets. And I was like, nah, put them in the woods and leave them there and make them kill fish and deers and cut them and fall off trees and break their limbs. Like, why? Why are they inside playing with kitchen sets?
Yeah.
They're warriors. You get that? They should get that. They're warriors. Do you not understand how we ended up in this predicament that we're in right now? The last thing we need to be is weak and divided. We can't be divided and weak.
Man, that shit is, boy. So, do you think the majority of men, and I'm going back to the women, do you think the majority of men perform to their gender standards?
Yeah.
You think the majority do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think men's standards are in order to be, if it's performance based, what are those metrics for men?
Strong-minded, hardworking, like I wouldn't say aggressive, more just like kind of like nonchalant more than anything. Because I think like nonchalant just means they're going to behave however they want to behave. If I'm a nerd, I'm a nerd. I'm standing in it. If I'm an aggressive, I'm aggressive. I'm standing in it. They're kind of like, they're not moved off their square. They're like standing in it. And I think a lot of times we may look at a man who's a nerd, but if he's standing strong and being a nerd, that's manly. He's not trying to be anything that he's not.
Does he have to be physical?
Yeah, but I don't think I think the majority of men will fight you.
You think they'll fight you or defend themselves?
Like they'll defend themselves and the people that they love naturally.
Yeah, regardless if he prepared or not. Okay. So you think the majority of men will do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, you ever seen those elevator things where like a man might be on the elevator and he's like trying to touch the other man's arm and grab his hand like on some.
Oh yeah.
Let me get whooped out there.
Oh yeah, when they running back up the escalator. And
yeah.
Okay. Do you think that you believe that the majority of men have that mindset? I'm gonna defend myself and everybody who belongs to me for all intents and purposes. Okay. So you think the majority of men fit the criteria for their gender?
Yeah.
So how do you reconcile that with so many men being called sassy?
Because it's just getting skewed now. I don't think that women are used to interacting with men in the way that we've been interacting with them, right? So of course we're women, so we typically either deal with our coworkers who probably in our face because they like us, dudes that like us, our man who likes us, and then our family who loves us. You see what I'm saying? So even if we kind of have disagreements, these people are always going to have like soft gloves with us. We don't technically just deal with men in the earth like that. I don't believe so. Like, it's no way that just a bunch of randoms, uglies, undesirables, all the little creatures that congregate here, just have access to us on a consistent basis. They just don't, right? So we're not used to seeing them behave this way. So I think the first thing we just say is like, oh, I know women that act like that. But honestly, they act like that too.
So
and they feel like that.
Okay, but when you hear it so often, I understand that it's being used as an insult because it's like you would never have access to me. What you even talking to me for, right? But it's said so often, right? You sure the women don't mean it how they say it?
Oh, what do they mean? No, I think they do. I think women mean that. Like, it's
because I don't.
But it's not because of that. It's because they like hanging with their homeboys. They're on some David.
What? What are you trying to allege? Just we clarify that.
David loved a man more than a woman.
That's his man. What are you trying to allege? Are you not alleging? Are you just saying?
I'm saying, like, David loved a man more than the love of a woman. And a lot of men have those relationships with their bros.
Okay, because that was
they're in deep connection with them.
That's his man's though.
There's money over him.
Yeah,
they have that tatted.
You mean hope bros over hoes, right? Essentially.
MOB was first. Money over.
Okay.
But bros over is also,
Okay, is that a problem?
To be putting your homeboys before your girlfriend? Yeah.
But that's been his man's though.
Yeah, but you want to have sex with him?
They don't have sex. What are you talking about?
I know, so why should you be closer to him?
Wait. So that's his man's. He's been knowing his man's for a minute. They've been grinding. They've been outside. You know what I'm saying? They've been holding each other down. He get a girlfriend. She supposed to hop over his man's?
Yeah. That's if you're trying to, if you're serious about her, right?
Yeah, but that's his girlfriend.
I thought God said that a man finds a wife, he leaves his parents, they cling together. You become one with your wife. With her wife.
Are you? I'm explicitly saying girlfriend. Right? Are you saying wife?
Yeah, I'm like, she's particular. Man, do you know what marriage is?
Yeah, I know what marriage is.
Okay. That's your wife.
But in the earth, they don't know what marriage is.
Yeah, they got a lot of husbands and wives, though.
Okay. well, before we go down that road, right? Just so the masses can understand the 264 people that are here. I'm not. So if I had a girlfriend and my man's, we've been since Sandbox, there's no way I'm like, yo, she's more important than my friends who I've been riding with since forever.
And women think that's gay.
That's loyalty. How does she take precedent? I don't understand. What the rapport, the putting in.
I don't think when she first comes around, she's expecting to be the most important thing in your life.
Okay.
But once you become the most important thing in her life, because that's what women do. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I think I understand that.
Yeah. So once you become the most important thing in her life, she expects herself to become the most important thing in your life, and she does not think that she needs to play second fiddle to your homeboy. Some people put their girlfriends in the back seat and let their homeboys drive in the passenger seat.
Nah, just do that. Do that naturally. Even your mans would be like, shorty sit in the front. Like that ain't about nothing. But I think now once you get married, maybe even engagement, right? I think people start to like even your mans will make sure she good. Make sure she protected in that way. But initially, a girlfriend, nah, niggas ain't. Come on, man. Especially if you've been outside with, there ain't no way. You done seen too much.
So are you basically just saying if he's still putting his homeboys in before you, you're just not that important?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how
not to say you're unimportant. Those relationships,
but you're just
matter.
not that important.
Yeah. And then as you grow, right? Because like you said, men, just like what the good book says, at that point things change, and your homies understand that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Not to still be like, yo, you ain't coming outside, nigga. She got you by your ball. You know what I mean? But it's all unjust. You know what I mean? But we get it though, right? We get it. But she has to become that important. She not just gonna come in. She not gonna just come in because she get a title and think she about to jump your man. That don't even make sense.
Okay.
That sound like some.
That's male logic.
I'm just saying that sound like some sassy shit to me. Like I get a girlfriend. I'm on some huggy bitch. Nah, son, I ain't. Like that's crazy. That's crazy, right? Like she just supposed to trump your, like just jump over your man's that early on because you said, okay, you my girlfriend.
But that's well, I mean, if you made her your girlfriend, that's mean y'all serious now, right?
Yeah, I take her personal, right? But there's levels to it. But you saying just jump over my man's, that don't
She's
even
sitting on your face. That's really personal.
Yeah. Don't be caring about that. So
like,
okay,
that's only because y'all such.
So
don't care about anything.
Right, wait. All right, so you saying? So let me see.
Anybody will sit on my face. Like that's how you said that. Like,
so let me see. So let me see this now. So now we flip it, right? What happens in a woman's brain? You with your girls and all that from the sandbox. You get a man. What happens?
They dissing the fuck out of us.
In the boyfriend stage, what happens?
They're dissing us. Soon as they like the man, they canceling girl nights. She get we at the club. Well, they at the club because I ain't never at the club. But they at the club. She get that text. She dipping.
Word?
That man gonna trump like he goes in the like front lobe of her brain. Like women put men over their kids and everything. You seen Baby Boy. Mama gotta have a life too.
Is that problematic though? When you say it out loud like that? Sounds like
I think it's problematic when you put them before your kids.
Well, even if you
I think a lot of women find it problematic because they're like, girl, when he break your heart, who's gonna be here? But me, I'm like, girl, go for it. It's your cupcake stage, girl. Go get your man, girl.
No, honey, I hear you. But what I'm saying, based on good logic, is that problematic? You're saying, yo, I've been knowing son for, amount of time to where he asked me to be his girlfriend, whatever the case, and now this person is above everybody else instantly or so expeditiously. That sounds problematic. Do you think it's problematic?
No, that man touching parts of your body, your homegirl never will.
Okay, so you're saying because of the value of sex, there's no way.
It's the intimacy aspect. It's the type of love that you love a man with, because it's the two different energies. Like it's like apples and oranges. I gotta stop saying oranges.
Okay, I understand that, man. I think that because sex happens so quickly the majority of the time, to tie that person's important to sex when you ain't even a virgin, right, seems problematic in real time. And often why ain't shit is because you done set these expectations so early on that just doesn't seem sound to me.
Yeah, and I don't think women understand it, right? Because I think we fall first and y'all fall like later, right?
Yeah.
So by the time like a woman is like heads over heels and she's in cloud 9, y'all are like still shifting through it. Just even in my understanding, I didn't understand that. Like women may be thinking they're dating and men are just talking to you.
Wow. Damn. No. That is okay. So you think that What?
Somebody's climbed up the balcony, is knocking on the balcony.
Do you think that men? Go ahead. So I wonder, do y'all think that men have it right in terms of being logically more sound? Does it make sense to wait before? Yeah, I got you. Does it make sense to wait until that person shows their value to put them over your friends and apparently family? Or do you think because you had sex with them, that person automatically jumps everybody around you? Like, which one's more sound? How men would seemingly do it, or how women do it? One for men, two for women. And whatever your gender shouldn't matter. It should matter about the logic. So you have sex with her, she need to jump everybody. Or you have sex with her, but you still building rapport. These people been with you from day one. Do they still remain ahead of her?
I think in that beginner stage, she needs that priority. Y'all need to be prioritizing each other because y'all are the new person and this close connection that you're getting. It needs to be that. Since I'm the home girl, like I'm a castle on the chessboard. And I always say like I protect everything, but when it's time for your queen to come, like I'm gonna get out the way. Like don't put me right there because I cause confusion. So you just gotta move out everything. Everybody gotta move out the way.
Yeah, I just okay. Now,
respectfully.
Yeah. Okay. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.